to kind of set the scene for you. We're expecting this thing to, charge through the Caribbean Sea, possibly then move into the Gulf of America.
Medium chance to develop in the coming days. Odds are 40% in the next 2 days, as well as the next 7 days.
Welcome back to the Carrie Handle Podcast. My name is Bryce. With me, as always, is Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
My name is Kevin. With me, as always, is Bryce. How are you, Bryce?
You can't make fun of me for that intro. They don't say our name.
How is that making fun of you? I'm just stating what you stated.
Listen. For the listeners that think I'm being schizophrenic for replying to a thing that he hasn't said, what you don't understand is I've known my best friend for like fucking almost 20 years now. And so I just know what's going on in his brain, and he answers like that. Because normally what I do in our normal episodes, which you should absolutely go check out, like with like regular. So for the listeners, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here before I play Friends of the Channel. We have two different effective styles of episodes. We have firesides and we have full episodes with guests. Whether it be a new guest, old guest, it's more topic driven. It's more people driven. Firesides are more him and I just goofing around being retarded. So originally we had a couple different permeations of the episodes, intros and combinations and all these different things. And when we first started, I don't know that we had an intro the same way we do now. And so I would say, hey, it's Bryce and Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. Or it was like, hey, thanks for tuning in to the Carrie Handle Podcast with your host, Bryce and Kevin. And then we started having my wife do it, Hannah, who you listen to. Yes. And so I have been I've been trying to create a more fluid way to introduce or roll into the episode. And I realize we're 2 minutes into this and I haven't said anything about a gun, but
I mean,
that's why Kevin,
was quite
I
ranting.
know what Kevin's doing. He's making fun of me because he's like, why did you say our names again? Hannah already says our names. Well, the reason I reacted that way is because normally he gives me guff for saying our names again, and he was trying to until in that second he realized I played the different intro. So he backed off, and now I sound insane. But I'm not insane, I swear. I'm going to play Friends of the Channel now, god damn it.
We want to take this time to thank Friends of the Channel, who provided us 10% discount codes for our listeners. That's you, and we don't get kickbacks. First is Hammy 3D Prints. Thousands of products for firearm storage and other fun stuff, too. Code CarryHandle10. Eastern Shore Sling Company. Handmade rifle slings and custom sewing. Dog leashes, too. Code CarryHandle. 19 Charlie Tactical. Gunsmithing, Kydex holsters, thousands of drop-ship gun parts, accessories, tools, firearms. Code TheCarryHandle10. And lastly, I want to thank myself for all the scheduling and all the shenanigans I deal with daily. Thank you, Hannah.
Yes, thank you, Hannah, indeed. So we are actually going to talk about gun stuff. I was supposed to have done homework. I did not do. And
Wait.
I did not watch a TV show that I was supposed to have watched.
Why didn't you watch the TV? Oh, I watched so many episodes of it, too.
I know. Okay, so I do remember enough about it we can introduce this thing that we're going to do.
Not equivalent exchange, sir.
Okay. All right. So the plan, there's a couple things happening in this episode. So
wait,
I'm going to announce some review items, some
the
plans,
the Full Metal Alchemy reference is over the head.
I did not watch that show. I thought it was for pretentious dickheads in our high school, and I didn't like it.
My God,
until I realized it was really good, and then I
was
like,
really
well,
good. And there's two
my
of them.
time.
Yep, you should.
Yeah,
you should
I'm
go back
lit.
and watch it. You should go back and watch it when you get a chance. It really is good.
Yeah, it does. Anytime I've seen stuff from it, it seems like it would be like right up my alley because it's two brothers, right? And the brothers' spirits in the armor or something.
Well,
in
tradition, to tell you nothing about anything, I refuse to tell you anything about anything.
That, you know what? God bless you. All right, so what we're going to talk about. So up top, I'm gonna try and remember the things I'm about to say. We're going to talk about review guns coming up.
Review guns coming up.
We are going to talk about just administrative stuff. So we'll cover
administrative stuff.
some admin things. And then we are going to start the podcast out by talking about this project or this thing that Kevin and I would like to do. I think initially it started out as Kevin and I going, "Hey, do you remember that show Burn Notice?" And then we decided, "Hey, we're going to watch this show or at least the first season and talk about it. We're not going to review it because we're not great media review people, but we are going to talk about it in some capacity. It's maybe not going to be super coherent, but we are going to talk about probably the guns they use and some of the goofy shit, maybe some of the Mythbusters stuff related to it, but just as kind of like a side project that Kevin and I can have for you guys to look forward to in these firesides. So with that being said, yeah, let's start with we'll start by introducing the show that we're going to watch. And I think I hadn't talked to Kevin about this until me saying this now, but I think we should do this with other shows too. If this goes well.
Well, yeah.
If we enjoy this. So we can have instead of a book club at the Carrie Handle book club, it's the Carrie Handle Classics. It's us looking at like classic TV shows.
The Carrie Handle Classics, he says.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. At a different layer. I mean, we've referenced TV shows and such before, right? Actually, you know what? More than that, we've reviewed a movie before, if you recall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I do recall, and I recall writing that up, and yeah, I remember. It was SWAT.
Yeah, Kevin and I, we reviewed SWAT, I think.
We were trying to fool ourselves into thinking we were air quoting for people, movie critics.
Well, no, I don't necessarily think that. I think we thought we had.
You were talking about camera angles and lighting and cinematic telling, and you were going like down the rabbit hole of like all these like ways that movies are made. I'm just like, this movie is cool. You're like, yes, but it's cool. But it's cool because they frame it this way and they have this lighting and that light's there and that gun's really there and that gun's over there. Oh yeah, I remember.
I imagine I'm not a very fun person to watch movies with. Pretty sure I talk a lot.
Yeah, it's movies. Well, movies that you've seen a lot, you talk a lot. Movies that you haven't seen, you had to focus in.
Yeah, that might. I guess. All right, so let's start with first impressions. So I haven't seen it. You have. This is gonna be more getting your impressions on. How many episodes are you in?
I think I'm up to episode almost 10 now.
Okay. All right. So I have a fair bit of catching up to do. Does the show look as shiny and bright as I recall? I remembered everybody squinting a lot. Like, because it always looked uncomfortably bright.
Well, the whole show's based in Miami. So Miami's notoriously sunny all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this thing and it was like it was a meme.
I mean,
it was blue-eyed people in Florida, and it's just like blown out eyes.
I mean, it feels like a blanket that you wrap around yourself on a rainy day. Like one of your favorite blankets. That's kind of what it feels like to me. It feels like a show that I've seen. Like I already know what's going to happen. They do the typical someone needs help, have to do help, MacGyver, hidden story at the end. I mean, that's just the premise in the show.
Right.
But I mean, I've seen it so many times throughout the years that I know like what's going to happen. I still watch it. I'm going to say, yeah, it's fine. It's fun to watch. I will say a lot of the gun goofs are a lot more apparent to me now than they were previously.
Kevin led with the gun goofs. He was like, "You got to be careful. Don't hyperfixate on the gun
literally
goofs."
The pilot show, the pilot episode.
Okay.
And I know your brain. I know you've already said we've been friends for 20 years, and you have a very strong bias to guns and shows already, because a lot of them are misportrayed to begin with.
That's fair.
So if you see a gun goof, you're going to immediately start hyperfixating on every other gun in the entire show. Like, oh, that safety's on. Oh, that's not the right magazine for that gun. That would never fit. What? That's a prop gun. You can see the circle inside the barrel. Yep, that's totally a prop gun.
You know,
And they
for the record, I would like to formally blame my father for that. I remember we were watching some old cop show with. Oh, you know what? We may have been watching Man on Fire,
that's a good
and
one. That's a good movie.
there was a guy walking around. I think he was searching for Denzel Washington or something. And every shot, like there was a cocked hammer or there wasn't a cocked hammer or something like that. And he was like, "That's cocked. That's cocked. That's not. That's cocked. That's not. Safety's on. Safety's off."
He started you
And
on your world
see
of
that seems to be a pattern.
hypervigilance.
My dad starts all these things, and then like I carry, and then I just keep doing them because my brain doesn't know how to stop, or it doesn't seem to understand. I don't know,
Well,
taking things in
I
stride,
just say that don't
bite-sized pieces.
don't look at the show through the view of the goofs on the gun, because I'm sure I haven't seen them all, but I'm sure there's a
I'm not
plethora.
gonna hyper fixate. I liked
Look,
the show. I watched it every day when I came home from school.
I know, that's what I'm saying. When you watch it again, imagine you're coming home from a good day at school, wrapping a nice blanket around you and watching the show.
Eh. It is really just a time capsule of small arms. I'm looking at the IMFDB page.
Oh, god damn it, Bryce.
It is absolutely
You can't trust. The only way to get Bryce to watch the show,
Oh, and a
honestly,
cheeky G36. Good lord.
the only way to get Bryce to
God
watch the
bless.
show, honestly, is literally just put him in front of a TV, turn on the show, and have no access to the internet.
I'm not that bad.
You're literally looking it up right now as we're talking about it.
Kevin builds up lore in his head. I think Kevin just builds layers
Name
of
3
Bryce
movies
lore.
that you've watched in the last 6 months that you haven't looked up the premise to, or the IMDb, or any information about.
I don't actually do that when I watch movies. I go into them blind because otherwise I'm going to be ruined. So, none?
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I like that's my problem is I can't watch trailers, or if I start watching a trailer and I'm like, "Oh man, this looks good." I turn it off immediately because I'm like, "This is probably going to spoil something," and it usually does.
Because you're very good at putting puzzle pieces together. That's fair.
No, because the commercial company and the people that put these trailers together don't really give a shit, and that's actually been a problem in the last few years. It's a kind of a joke now. Is people are like, "Okay, well, that was the entire movie. Glad I watched the commercial." So I can't do it anymore.
Really,
So
I
if I
didn't
get
know
really
that.
excited about if I get really excited about something, I just won't watch anything about it. Past like, oh, I saw maybe a still or something like that, and the premise sounds half decent. Because even then, like people have a lot of opinions about movies and whatever, and there's always some political agenda or somebody's mad about something that somebody said and they're in the movie, and so it's like, and then everybody will review bomb stuff, and then you never know what you're actually reading if it's some. And because I'll watch a movie that people said is terrible, and I'm like, well, this wasn't that bad. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
I don't
fair.
know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I've had that where I'm like, this has a pretty bad Rotten Tomatoes, but I'll try it, and I like it. I'm like,
Yeah, and then conversely, like movies that people love, I don't really like sometimes.
yeah, that's
A
fair.
lot of the time. So I don't know.
Have you
Hard.
watched Jack Ryan movie?
No, I have not watched the Jack Ryan movie, even though the last time we did this, I said I would watch
I did
the
some of my homework. I watched the stream, the Night One Gun stream, like you asked.
Yes, so that was one of the admin things we were going to talk about that Kevin has rolled over. We were thinking of maybe changing or incorporating a little bit more layers
Ham-fisted.
into. Yes, ham-fistedly. Try to incorporate more into our interviews, I suppose, when we're, I guess, more customer related questions. So maybe as a consumer, less, because typically when I'm asking questions, when you guys hear us doing these episodes, I'm asking questions that I want to know. I'm not writing things down that I think somebody else would want to know, because I don't think for you. I think for me. And what Bryce wants to know is, I don't know, the service
spec
life on a spring, I guess.
the spec of the screws and the flanges and why it's rounded and not square. And
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So I want to learn that. I want
the
to know about that
specific
kind of
oil
stuff.
type
But
used, the blend.
What was interesting and what I really liked about Brett's pod or live stream was he was asking viewer questions. Like you guys were telling him exactly what you wanted to see and address real questions. Like you don't have enough market share here. I don't trust in your warranty. Like why should I trust in this thing? Like it's a very blunt, now not mean spirited or anything like that because I'm not a fucking drama channel. If you want drama or you want more conflict, Focus Trip, he does a great job of discerning all the drama in the and that's not a slight, by the way. It's a great
He
channel. If you
does.
want information, go visit him. He's a lot more entertaining, I think. He's a very
He
good
can't.
way
He
of
can't.
making shit entertaining.
He can be. Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you want that level of stuff, highly recommend go watch his stuff. Now, if you got thin skin, maybe don't do that because I know we have a wide variety of people that listen, and sometimes Focus Trip is a little bit he's a little bit more mean-spirited than we are sometimes, so but he
So
also
how
doesn't take any shit, so, you
so
know.
how do you plan to incorporate this customer driven questionnaire?
So that is where that becomes on us to figure out to go through forums, to go through posts, to go through Instagram and try to do some level of research going into this, like commonly asked questions. I mean, that's all you really can do. Because I mean, I think that's an excellent opportunity to ask like why I mean important questions that people care about because we got that comment the other day about that people don't necessarily want to be sold new things. They kind of want to just know about the stuff that they have so that the people mostly because they don't necessarily want to be buying stuff right now. Everybody's broke. We're all not really,
Yeah,
flush with
you
cash.
can say that again.
Yeah, so it it's probably more incumbent upon us to give them more of a reason. To give if we're going to give a spotlight to a company, it should be every facet or every aspect. So what like I guess the idea kind of like the interviews that we've had before where my goal and this hasn't ever been like explicitly stated, but when we
Ooh,
do the stuff that we
exclusives.
do, when we do the stuff that we do, the drive is frame it like it, the audience is the third person, like they're with us, if you will. Did we've talked about this, right? Like I'm not just making this up.
I vaguely we have
So we discussed this
I kind of see where you're going
explicitly.
with in my head. Like we're talking to the person, and then the audience is like we're in like a crowded room
Yeah.
talking to someone, and then the people around us are just happening to listen in.
Or like more like a politician standing at a podium getting like a speech fed to him from an earpiece and the audience is the
Or
earpiece. Like, what do you guys want to ask? Like, what do you care about?
what
You know, what
underwear do you have?
what underwear do you have? Do you have any? You never know. But yeah, so that's kind of we'd like to incorporate. Now, this isn't like I said, this is going to be hard hitting fucking journalism. But if there's something that you want to address, like lead times, production schedules, send us a message. Like if you guys have a recommendation for people you want us to talk to. I mean, we haven't explicitly said we're
I
taking recommendations, but I mean we are.
uh
But we also reserve the right to not do it because, like we want to keep a consistent brand, if you will.
connect with us. Darn. Um. Okay, I was thinking maybe we can add something to the website that's like a you know the original website had like a message board,
I think we should keep it.
but I think
I think what we
Instagram's
should do.
more better.
I was just gonna say I think
You're about
Instagram, like if we do what Hammy or Espo does, where they do the questions,
Mhm.
and then like a week or so before we start dropping questions, and then we just start compiling. Just kind of get ideas together, vet them a little bit, and then go from like it doesn't need to be. If we add too much structure, I think it's gonna be a little less fun. But because at the end of the day, for the people listening, this is still supposed to be a hobby for Kevin and I. Like, we're
I
not making money from this. We're
I
trying to
like
have
to I like to carry handle podcast people. Get them going off on a rant about a breast finning that was made 20 years ago.
I know.
And just watch it go. Woo!
I like that we have these real conversations and it's like, this is what we want to do. And then at the end of it, it's very realistic because we don't end up doing anything about it. And we just kind of wing it. It's,
Yep. Just like Michael does in Burn Notice.
just like Michael does in Burn Notice. So what other admin stuff? Was
Ads.
there anything else I needed to?
Ads.
Oh,
ads,
yeah.
Ads.
So,
Ads.
all right. I have been getting a considerable amount of
Ads.
oh God, a considerable amount of recommendation from the other members
You
of
trying
this
to
particular
sugarcoat?
group.
Literally, me and Hannah have said ads.
Hannah and
ads,
Kevin want me
ads.
to run ads,
And
and
because
I
we
haven't.
live in America in a democracy, 66% is bigger than 33.
Yeah, but you guys don't actively do the login stuff. So until you do, it just kind of
What do you
is
mean?
up to me.
I
then,
could
right?
log in. I just choose
Yeah,
not
but you're
to.
too exactly. That's what I'm saying. So until that happens,
I could do it, and I have
I'm
run
in
an
charge
episode or two.
until you got the moxie to do it.
You, sir, are in charge by the governor. We're giving you
I
the
know.
consent to the governor. I'm the governor. Wait, I lost my train of thought.
So lastly, I will give this. So what I'm going to do, Kevin? This episode is going live Friday. This one's going
Friday.
out this week.
I'll mark
So
my
this is not a
calendar.
lead episode. Yes.
Okay.
So everybody listening to this was recorded on Monday. It was not recorded.
Today's Tuesday, but okay.
It was recorded on Tuesday. Not weeks in advance. So hello, people from 4 days ago. Yes. Constructive time.
Did you do your laundry? Have you washed your dishes? Have you swept
Yeah.
your house?
Happy payday.
If
I
you
feel
get
like we
paid.
don't say that as much anymore.
Well, I mean,
Okay, sorry. All right. Back to what we were saying. So they'd like me to run ads. I am apprehensive to run ads, but I can say that I think we're about to the point where ads potentially could help subsidize the recording costs because
and that's really all it needs to do.
yeah, I mean, so just for transparency, because I mean, this is a hobby and I want people to know what we're doing because they're the reason we get to do this. So,
and we enjoy their ears.
Yeah, theoretically, we'd be able to make maybe $10 a month or something just in passive ads that we'd get off of RSS or Spotify or whatever it is like that. And that would be effectively enough to pay for a studio, almost pay for the studio. So we could do this so it could sustain itself. So I don't take money from anybody. Obviously, we've gotten items for review, but I paid for the FPC, so it was sent for a review, but I ended up buying and keeping it.
Yeah,
so obviously I liked it.
If we can get roughly $36 a month, that would be.
Well, I'm not chasing dollar amounts, but the point is that I want to mention what and why. So what this one's going to be titled is the one about ads, because I want it to be
immediately
very
skip
obvious. I know, but I want to be transparent. It is not going to be an attractive episode.
Okay, so here's what they really need to know. We need to turn on ads to try and pay for the studio passively, if possible. Number 2, we don't really control the ads. So whatever,
no, we do not. That is true.
Wherever region you are or whatever you're looking out on your phone,
mad at us.
I need car tires, I need car tires, I need car tires, I need car tires. You're welcome. Now you'll have car tires ads for a while. So we don't control it. We don't know what they are. We're just turning them on purely because we need to try and support this hobby that we enjoy doing for, just rolling forward. That being said, if there's a political or religious or any other crazy ad that you get, we are not pushing that. We do not condone those. We do not do anything with those. We have no idea what they are. Does that
Yep.
pretty much sum it up?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, what I will say is if these become more of a problem than they're worth, we will address accordingly. But, I mean, I don't know why that would be an issue.
And also, maybe we won't do ads on like certain things. Maybe we'll do an ad, a test ad on this Fireside.
I don't
And
know
then,
if it works that way.
oh, it's either
I think
on
they're
or
either
off.
on or off.
Wow. Oh, well, that shot that idea out of the water.
So that is the, by the way, just so everybody's aware, I don't want to do this. Just as a fair aside, I am
Hey,
not
Bryce.
pro this.
Hey, Bryce, are you pro this?
Nope, not even a little.
Okay.
But I also understand that I'm outvoted, and it does actually make sense.
To be completely honest with you, I don't want it either, but it's just a necessity of life.
No, I understand.
I'm not. I mean, that's why we haven't done it that's why I haven't pushed for it for a long time.
No, you have not, and that's why I figured it was worth. I mean, obviously it was important to you, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. But I'm happy to acquiesce.
I gave it a while, and I knew you were apprehensive about it, and I kind of was too. But I mean, we're getting to a point where I feel like it might do some good. And like you said, if it starts doing more bad than good, then we can just take it off and go back to the drawing board and just,
figure it out from
take
there.
our clothes off for money.
I like it. So the next thing, I got a cough. Give me a second. Kevin, riff for a second.
Oh, yes, I'm going to riff on Bryce does a big cough. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. He's coughing. He's really, he's back.
Sorry. Oh. So we've had a little brief stint of reviewing things here and there, which is to say, I think maybe twice. I think I reviewed an optic and you reviewed your RXM, I think, right? Like that.
Reviewed is a strong word.
It's a strong word, right? Okay, so we are going to be reviewing things. There's going to be segments in our shows moving forward where we are going to be reviewing items. This is not going to be a weekly thing. Ideally, we at least do it once or twice a month, so we at least have 1 or 2 reviews a month. If they are firearms related, if it is a gun review, and this is important because I'll mention some stuff later. Kevin, remind me, please. If they are gun reviews, I am not setting a. This is going to be hard. I hate this, and I say review as a very loose term, more of a clickbaity term than anything else. Because personally, I mean, I have guns I've had for 10 years. Like, I haven't shot for any real performance metric or anything like that. And I have guns that I've shot tens of thousands of rounds through, and I'm like, I understand this gun. I wouldn't say I'm reviewing it necessarily. But when I say the channel is going to review something, most of these things are going to be very preliminary. Like, this is an opinion based on the fact that I've been buying guns for a bit, or I've bought X amount. I've touched a bunch, and this is an opinion I've gathered based on those. And this is the thing I think right now.
Yeah, it's like, we get a gun, we look at it, we touch it, and we just compare it to guns that we either previously bought, handled, fired, and it's really all going to be, I'm assuming, an opinion-based thing.
These reviews, so so my reviews, when I review something, it's not an end-all. It's like, hey, this review is to show you that, is it even worth giving it a second glance? Like,
it's like an
should
open
you
discussion.
Invest your time? I've always looked at reviews that are very hard because you're looking at a sample size of 1. Unless you have a fleet or like 10 of these guns or more, you don't have a sample size to be representative of reliability, durability, or anything like that.
Not statistically, no. Yeah.
Statistically, no. But if your one handgun is kind of made pretty chintzy and you can just generally feel it's not of good quality and it has simple stoppages and it's had a parts breakage in a relatively short order, it's like, okay, you probably have a good idea. So like there's you kind of have to figure it out yourself to what degree, obviously. So I'm not going to say like this M&P or this, well, actually M&P and Glock are probably the only ones I'd probably be comfortable saying, hey, it worked for 1,000 rounds. It'll probably work for 10. Like, it's probably fine.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, those are pretty
Yeah, they're
solid
generally
guns.
just gonna work. Like M&Ps, Glocks, PDPs, like generally those kinds of guns just sort of work. So you don't really have to worry about them. But when we get into like, I'm talking about a 5.56 crank. When I review that gun, I'm not thinking about taking that gun to, I guess what I'm trying to say is you need to contextualize your reviews, because I'm talking about this really neat thing that's mechanically giving me the experience of a real crank versus me spending like thousands of dollars on a real
How
Tula crank.
hard does your willy get when you pull the trigger? That's what I think we
Very
want to
hard.
know.
You could put somebody's eye out. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
So if I
So
come to,
let me
so
finish
if
what
I
I was
walk
talking about.
in, if I walk in
Let
after
me
you, somebody has the
let
eye
me
patch
finish
on,
before
I'll
we
know what
joke.
happened.
Before we joke,
But I have to choke.
we do want to review stuff. We're not saying we're going to be putting thousands of rounds through this, because this is a hobby for us. But we also are not completely inept to the point where we don't understand. Like, yeah, you should probably shoot it more. But to get yourself in the door, I'm going to be like, listen, these are features that I like. In terms of using the gun initially, it's very favorable. Go shoot it a lot, and if it works,
Yeah,
that's all.
I think 200 to 500 rounds is a fair.
So for me, Hannah and I were talking. I'm thinking 5 for me, just in my mind.
Is that all calibers?
Maybe, yeah.
So that's why I said
Even
2 to. That's why I
5.56.
said. That's why I said 2 to 5, because I could do 2 to 300 for 5.56.
200 rounds though. If you put
Yeah,
or
that's like a
put,
break-in, not even.
bro, that's like I barely get how the recoil works at that point.
But
I'm still like
I would
I'm
say
doing doubles at that point.
my counter to that would be, if the rifle that you have, let's say it's 5.56 to be, for example, if the rifle is of dubious quality to begin with, it might have higher failures in that, like, right out of the box experience, which some people are concerned about the out of the box experience versus the quote air quote break in experience, which is like 2 to 500 rounds later.
Yeah, and most people, I mean, if you're worried about the break-in, you're not shooting 500 rounds. You've probably got a box and you've put 2 rounds in the magazine, and you're like, oh, that was it for me today.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I think maybe 5 to 1,000 is probably a fair shake.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
we
as
need
much
to
as I'd
find
like
ourselves an
to,
ammo sponsor. If you're an ammo sponsor,
yeah,
contact us.
yeah, that is a sponsorship I'd be okay with. I'd be okay with ammo. Ammo would be nice. As long as your ammo doesn't blow up, we'll take the
even
sponsor.
Bubba's Hot Reloads.
Nope. No. We're not
What?
sponsoring
What?
reloads.
What?
No. No. That is a liability
Like
and a
a
half, my friend.
oh, what are these
Never mind the
liabilities
fact
to
that
speak
Kevin,
of?
by the way, for the reloading companies, that the one that might be listening still, Kevin has actively advised people against buying reloads, so don't listen to him. He's a dirty liar.
No,
He will not
I have told them
sell your product.
if the company is of reputable quality, then it's fine.
Yeah. So, on that note, so moving more into review. So I have a 5.56 crank. That one is more of a review thing that is a passion project. So I will be reviewing and talking about that at some point. We can talk about it a little bit. Just some initial thoughts if you want. I have some initial thoughts. We can talk about that for the rest of the show after we're done here.
Does it go bang?
I'm starting my review proper of the G36, which I hadn't actually done anything with it because I was having a weird crisis of identity
Didn't you refuse to shoot it till you put a stock on it, and then you put a stock on it, and then you refuse to shoot it till you put an optic on it, and then you put an optic on it, and then you didn't like that optic on it, so you had to take that optic off and then put a different optic on. Now you have a different optic, and you had to take the rail off and put the rail back on, then put the optic back on. Now the optic that you originally had on it is on it again.
No.
And
No, the EOTech
I'm
is
not.
not.
Well,
is
I'm not
not
finished yet. And then you took that optic off,
It's
and then
only got
now.
2 optics.
Well, I know, but you put them on and off, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's had some stuff done to it, but it's cooler now, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm gonna review that. Not that anybody. I mean, obviously, I like it. If you haven't figured that out from all the fucking Instagram pictures,
You like it?
obviously the thing I like, I post pictures
No.
about. I'm
Not
very
true.
simple.
You post things that you don't like all the time.
I'm not layered. Like when Hop or Brass Facts or like Firepower United or like some of these more like even not even fucking Ian. Hidden Valley Defense. That man has he prepares his posts. They're all gorgeously edited. He prepares his weeks. Like he is a well put together Instagrammer, and you should go follow him because Ian is his friend. We love
Hidden
him.
Valley Defense.
Hidden Valley, and I think we're recording with him next week too. I hope.
Ooh.
I certainly hope so. I think we are.
Tune in next week and listen to Ian.
So these people are preparing things and they're pre-editing and they're saving drafts, and then I'm like, Bryce, like,
but the
click.
but the main difference, and you touched on this very early on in this episode, was that we're doing this, and it's a semi hobby. They're doing it professional, like they're doing it to eat. Like if they don't do it, they don't get lunch. Metaphorically speaking. You and I have 9-to-5 jobs that help support our daily needs.
Yeah, but so does Ian. Ian's just like a well put together, responsible man.
Well, yeah, we can all try and be like Ian. Maybe we should just buy bottles of ranch until we're like him.
I think that is the way. Revolvers and ranch, the two R's.
Maybe
God's ours.
Maybe we should take a bottle of ranch for hostage and see if he'll send us a ransom.
I was thinking God does love.
Wow. And we're almost near the end of this episode. Jesus Christ, that was...
I'm sorry.
Good Lord. That was...
Oh my God.
That was so far out of left field, I think it was right field.
Yeah. I'm leaving that in too. That was funny. Oh my Lord. I'm tired. Can you tell?
No, I can't tell at all, actually.
Do you guys, like, for the listeners, does anybody have like a friend they send memes to and you just send straight war crimes? Absolute war, hate, like all the terrible things you send, and then they just send you, it's just crickets, and then when you do get something back, it's like PG, or it's like, ha, look at this funny remix. And like the last thing you sent was like the most absolute unhinged, like terrible, heinous shit.
I feel like you're trying to describe
you and Aiden. You both are fucking terrible. I send them gold, and I get fucking nothing. These bitches.
Half the time you send me those, I'm literally knee deep doing something at work, so I can't. I know I can't open them. Like I briefly look at it, and I'm like, I can't open this. I'm like, I don't even try.
I know which one you're talking about.
All of them, Bryce.
Well, I know they're particularly egregious when Kevin comes back with Jesus.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, remember the one they sent you where the guy started shooting? He's just like, it was Strategic Haley's, one of his, like,
oh yeah,
I reposted it to you. He's just like zipping the target, but he's like shooting the dirt as he's pulling the gun up to the target.
Yes, I did see that. That was funny. Oh, real quick. Sorry, I just forgot. We were talking about review guns.
We were?
Yes. I dropped to talk more about fucking review guns. God damn it. Oh, lovely. All right. Good. What was I talking about?
You're
Oh,
talking about
Taurus.
the horror for review guns.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny? There's just gonna be these random like audio cuts and people aren't gonna know why. I'm not gonna cut it out.
I'll know
It's just
why.
gonna be it's just well, yeah, you will, but it's just really funny. Because they're gonna hear, oh, that's right. And then
Yeah.
uh
And
so
then those
Taurus.
the demographic of those people.
Yeah.
Anyway, Taurus.
I'm getting 2 Taurus TX9s or Taurus. I think I'm getting TX9s. I'm getting something from Taurus to review
Believe it
in the
is
meantime.
nice.
And
I'll
then
be
I might be
excited.
getting an RP9 or what's the what's the PDW?
RP9. Yeah.
RPC.
RPC.
Sorry. There's so
That
many
actually looks
letters.
really cool. I'm jazzed about that.
Yeah, Kevin, anytime Kevin can get a MP5K-ish gun, he gets excited. Rightfully so.
I mean, roller delayed is just the way to go.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice. I will say I want this gun, but I still even if this gun changes how I look at roller delayed versus any other operation, I still want an AR9 for nothing other than the fact that it's similar recoil and that is the closest trainer you can get to an AR. So not like an AR is a better or a straight blowback AR is
You
better
just
than
want
anything.
AR9 because it's cool.
I don't actually like them that much.
You can deny it all you want. We know you do.
That's why I own so many. Don't you vote with your wallet?
You're telling me tomorrow if you had a DOE gun in your hands, you wouldn't be screaming with joy?
Not really. I mean, I think they're interesting. It's not as high up on my list though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the now you gotta be doing it RPC.
PC, yeah, I know.
How the RPC performs because roller delayed has been gate locked by, I mean, like MAC or the MKEs but they're using HK tool.
Yeah, the Turkish clones.
I mean,
Well,
the HK tool's from like the fucking like 90s.
And then the Grand Powers, those are roller locked, but they're roller locked. I think the roller's in the carrier, or it's like in the. It's roller delayed or roller locked, but they just move the rollers.
What was the company at SHOT Show that roller delayed everything?
Oh, Zenith.
It's really gonna give Zenith a run for its money. They're gonna be taking feverish notes.
What a fucking model that was. They were like roller delayed, but all of it.
Yeah, got an AK, roller delay it. Got a 5.56, roller delay it. Got a handgun, gas delay it.
Bastards. How dare they?
That was a joke at the end because that's a real thing.
It was clever. I liked it.
Thank you.
Yes, it is. There's also lever locked pistols too. Is there anything else?
I believe we have proverbially touched on everything.
Yeah. I would say the only thing I would add is the G36 isn't going to be, I mean, I don't actually, now that I'm thinking about that, I mean, past something that I might write up on it, I don't really know how much of a. No, you know what? That's not true. I should review it. I've definitely been talking about reviewing it for a while now, and
I want a 30-second clip on Instagram of you playing with the dongle.
Dongle? The charging handle?
Yeah, the charging, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do. I love that thing.
Ooh,
that's my favorite noise is it going.
You should make like a music video to it. Like, do you play with a dongle? I play with my dongle. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it didn't do it.
That sounds like a.
It's just going to be blowing people's ears out.
Like a what fart.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
That was a bolt. Sorry. Yeah. I love this gun. Got that cack hand stop on there. I got the cack. I got all that cack.
Like CAC or Knight's Armor.
I love the idea that we're like, oh yeah, ammo companies, you should sponsor us. Here, look at my cack.
Well, it's a very nice
Oh.
CAC, as you put it.
Very nice cack. All right. I think that was it. Was there anything else I feel like I said Kevin needs to remind me of something, and then I'll forget.
You said to remind you about gun stuff, reviewing stuff later on.
Okay.
Oh.
I did that. Talked about round counts.
Talked
Yeah.
about ads.
We did talk about ads. I think that was it. I think that was pretty much it, right? We talked about this show. We're gonna be
Or notice. Good show.
doing a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Did we talk about who's coming up?
Yeah. I said Ian.
Is that really who's coming up? Or
He's on the schedule.
I know, but usually like these are like you put
What do you mean
someone
who's
up.
getting released?
Who's getting released? Yeah, there it is.
I believe Caleb
You can
is.
fly. Oh, Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb Giddings. Ironically, Caleb Giddings is coming up next.
The guy from Taurus.
The guy from Taurus, the guy that sent me guns.
That guy's pretty cool.
Yay! Yes, he is. We like him. Yeah. I don't. Do we have anybody else? Anything?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we
think
can
so.
tease. We'll tease it next week. So yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll go back to publishing advanced Fireside episodes. So it won't be I figured this was a good thing to get out instead of just waiting.
Well, it's like a fart, you know. If you hold it in too long, sometimes it turns into a shart. Then if you do that, then you have a wet fart that's now a poop in your pants.
Great. That's great. Well, with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us the time that you do. We appreciate more than Kevin's I don't know. I think his brain is breaking. We do appreciate you. Wouldn't be able to do this without you. It's immensely amazing that you guys give us the time of day, let alone sit down for 40 fucking 8 minutes of this nonsense. Thank you again.
That was
And
that was the fart sound.
yes, it was a fart sound. I got that. Thank you. Thank you
Good.
for tuning in, guys. Bye.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Very cool. You should like and subscribe.
On Facebook and Instagram.
And Twitter and Spotify. You should listen there too. If you
Aren't they
heard this on
listening to
Spotify.
this on Spotify right now?
Well, they could be, but there's also YouTube podcasts, so all of the places.
We always forget where we post this stuff.
We don't know where this is. Thank you for listening wherever you're listening to, but you should also like the other places that we are. And
Who
then
are we and what the hell are we doing here?
yeah, I don't know how we got here. So thank you for letting us talk directly into your ear holes.
Right to the brain.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Adios.